Hello students. Uh, Today we are going to study about your chapter number 6, Soils, class 11th, Physical Geography. Don't get surprised that we haven't done 5th chapter. And directly we are on the 6th chapter because I thought that it would be far easy for you people first understand about the different soils found in India, then we'll do about the vegetation part of your chapter. So in this way I have selected this topic for you people, that the soils formed in India. As you have seen, you may have visited different parts of the country. You may have noticed that there are different type of soils are formed, and whatsoever vegetation and other things are there, that also they are growing in the different types of the soils. And our soil is the most important earth's crust, upper layer, and it is the very valuable resource for us. And it is whatsoever pulses, cereals, tea, jute, coffee, rubber, clothes are we are using within our daily life, that is from their soil only, production by the soil only. The soil on which we depend so much for day to day needs have ever evolved withering and gradation. Very very important two words, withering and gradation, that have come upon the parent rock material to produce a thin layer of the soil. And the soil is very important for us for growing, to say agricultural production, industrial production, even for the tertiary, because it is on the land. If soil production is formation is not there, all the other activities are also seems to be impossible. And in this way, soil is the mixture of rocks, debris, organic matters which dwell on earth's surface, right? The major factors for the formation of the soils are relief feature, physical feature, that is climate, temperature of a particular place. Parent material are called horizon. Horizon, I would like to show in your diagram also. Horizon A is the topmost zone of the soil, where organic material have got incorporated with mineral matter and different type of nutrients. Here horizon A is there, that is circled, right? That is the second. It is the uppermost part of the layer of the soil, and it is formed by the organic matter and petty rocks and weathering, right? When there is a horizon A and horizon C, horizon A and C, there is a layer that is B. Horizon B is marked there. That is also, although it has some organic matter in withering, horizon C composed of the loose parent material. This layer is the first stage in the soil formation process and eventually forms the above two layers. मीन टू से ये जो सी लेयर्स है हमारी, इसी में से ऊपर वाली दो और लेयर्स बनती हैं. सबसे पहले नीचे सी ओरिजन होता है, इट हैज़ ग्रेवल बिग पीबल्स, एंड उससे पहले ये बेड रॉक्स होती हैं. मीन टू से डिफरेंट बेड ऑफ द रॉक्स laying in the form of a vast bed. That whole horizon O, horizon A, E, B, C, and bedrock. Bedrock is the first stage of soil formation. Then it gets converted due to parent material, rock, minerals, and the other way from the weathering and mm, process of relief features, that soil is formed into this type of horizon C, and with the natural agents that is formed V, and after that E horizon is there, and then there is A, and on the topmost uppermost that horizon O we used to grow our different type of crops. And this is the layer, that is the C, is the first stage in the soil formation. eventually forms the layers, other two layers. The arrangements of the layer is known as soil profile. Mean to say this arrangement O, A, C and bedrock, that O से लेकर नीचे bedrock तक, that is called soil profile. And soil which is complex and very entity has always drawn the attention of the scientist in order to understand the importance is related to its essential attempt for the scientific study of the soils. In this way, you have to take some examples from your science also: organic matter, this weathering, rocking, and process of gradation, deposition, degradation. Then this soil form is profile of the soil is formed, and in order to understand its importance, we have to study about the scientific study of the soil. And there is uh, classification of the soil, right? Classification of the soil on different bases. Like soil is always made up from silt and clay, silt and clay, and sand. Uppermost I have given, tried to give you with the help of arrows: sand and clay. These are the two major component of the composition of the soil, and sand is the largest and clay is the smallest, and one more is there, that is silt. And when there is sand and clay, when there is sand and clay, it is of Loamy soil is formed when sand and clay is there. Loamy soil is formed when it is having silt also, then a alluvial soil is formed. We'll discuss it in detail also for this classification. Loamy on the basis of color, red, yellow, black. This type of soils can be identified, can be classified. Some introduction part regarding that. Since independence, India has a very rich in everything now also, but it depends upon the use, how we are using these resources. The whatsoever soil, first soil survey was established, was done in 1956 from the Modar Valley, that is the Modar, near the Modar River. Soil survey and land use planting institution under the control of Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. It has given this we can say different classification of the soil based upon its physical hardness, softness, component, composition based its classification. And here I would like to mention one more thing, that the Indian soils on the basis of their nature and character, as per United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, it has also given about the 40% of the total country of the area having such type of sandy and silt soils. And whatsoever given by this USA, it is different name of the soils are there in this table. ICAR classified soil in the following order to the USDA soil soil survey, sample survey way, right? But whatsoever Indian soils that are classified on the different basis, first soil is alluvial soil. First soil is alluvial soil. You may see along with the map. I have tried to show you with the map one side, on other side that is the um, um, description about the alluvial soil. And in this soil you may see that alluvial soil, I'm trying to show it with the green pen, with your blue green pen, that the areas whatsoever I have marked, these areas in India having a alluvial type of soil. In the, like I told you, that it is widespread in the northern plains and river valleys, These soils cover about 40% of the total area of the country, and it is formed by the depositional process of a river valley and natural factors. And these deposits by the river and streams through a narrow corridor in Rajasthan. ये देखो राजस्थान के ऊपर नॉर्दर्न प्लेन थ्रू नैरो कॉरिडोर ऑफ द राजस्थान, राजस्थान से होते हुए सदर्न राजस्थान एंड नॉर्दर्न गुजरात में भी कुछ पार्ट में एलिवियल सॉइल है, एंड पेनिनसुला रीजन में भी समवेयर नियर द कोस्टल एरियाज दिस सॉइल इज फाउंड. And you may check from your book also, this map is given. The peninsula region, they are found in the delta of east coast and in the river valleys. In this way, this is the very first type of soil, that is alluvial, fertile soil we can say, most fertile soil. And second type of soil is black soil. Here also I have tried to show you the soil with the blue pen, whatsoever mark lines I have drawn there, some area of southern Gujarat, and this total Malwa Plateau, Satpura range, and below that Maharashtra, and this one MP some area, that is, it is found there only, this type of soil, that is black soil. Another name for this black soil is rigger soil also. It mostly covers the Deccan Plateau, which includes Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and some part of Tamil Nadu also. And in the upper course, it reaches towards the Godavari, Krishna in the northwestern part of Deccan Plateau. And it is soil is very deep. These soils are known as rigger soil also, as well as black cotton soil also. Sorry. When this soil is there, black cotton soil, and somewhat they swell and become sticky, wet and shrink when dried, जिससे हम एक बोलते हैं पपड़ी सी बन जाती है जब इनकी अपर लेयर में लॉट ऑफ वाटर खड़ा रहता है कुछ टाइम के लिए, और उसके बाद जब डायरेक्ट सनहीट पड़ती है, तो दैट इज सॉइल देयर. यू मे हैव सीन नियर बाय, because we are in the border area of Punjab. Here some nearby soils are there near water and river areas. During the dry season, these soils develop wide cracks, and there occurs a kind of self-ploughing. Because of this character of slow absorption of loss of moisture, black soil retains moisture for very long time. It can hold moisture. That's why black soil is come in the category of this rice can be also grown there, sugar can be. So chemically the black soils are rich in the iron, magnesia, aluminium, and also contain potash, but these soils lack in phosphorus, that is found in the alluvial soil. So in this way, now our next soil is red and yellow soil. Red and yellow soil, it is formed from the igneous rocks. It is formed from the igneous rocks where the areas having snow, low rainfall, eastern and southern part of the Deccan Plateau, and it is red loamy soil, and its characteristics are very interesting. These soils are red soils found in the parts of Odisha, Chhattisgarh, southern parts of Middle Ganga Plain. The soil develops a reddish color due to white diffusion in the iron and crystalline metamorphic rocks, and it looks yellow when it occurs in its hydration form. Very interesting, it's red and yellow soil. Why it is its color is reddish and why its color is yellow? Yellow in its hydrated form and red due to the diffusion of iron crystal and metamorphic rocks. And in this way, the fine grained red soil, red and yellow soil are normally fertile. Areas are poor in fertility. They are generally poor in nitrogen, phosphorus, and humus. In this way, this classification of the soil is due to different factors. Here I would like to mention those factors also. These factors are passive and some are active. The now you have to classify the passive factors and active factors. Active factors, I told you in the beginning, that vegetation, and these are the iron ore, and active that are the relief feature of this. And in this way, if we ever dug pit in the field of your school, planting some plants, and maybe in your village area, nearby house area, you may have noticed that there is not uniform type of soil we are putting catching out of from the pit. So in this way, that's why these soil have different type of layers. Okay, three major layers, and based upon their layers, varied features, landforms, climatic, vegetation type, development of the soil in different type of soil. The first soil that I told you, alluvial, that is further categorized into two type of Bhangar and Khaddar. Khaddar is new soil, and Bhangar is new soil. Khaddar is new soil, sorry, and Bhangar is old soil. And in ancient times, this soil was known as Unvara and Usnara. ठीक है, उनवारा एंड उसनारा पुराने जो दो ग्रुप नाम थे इनके. एंड दीज वर बिफोर 16th century AD. इट वाज क्लासिफाइड इन दिस वे, उजवारा एंड उसाना. उजवारा बैरन होती थी, उसाना मीन टू से फर्टाइल. So these soils were classified on the basis of characteristics that I told you: color, size, scope, and its moisture content. And we have identified these soils as fertile, alluvial, red and yellow, and black soil. Thank you, students. Keep on studying. Next soils I'll tell you in my next video. Thank you.